Hello, hello, hello. Give us a shout. Let's see if that comment section's working. Let's see if the boys can see me. I can see the comments. We've been running the comments up. I know at least Bad Riders and Luke Hayes, you guys have been holding it down in the chat, keeping me company for the last 20 minutes or so. Adam's calling me out already, saying that I was 2 minutes late. So I need to address a couple of things straight up. I think the first will be the claims that we've been on it a lot. Not so much, actually. It's been strangely a pretty mellow New Year's for us so far. We had quite a bit of frivolity and celebrations like last night, and a whole bunch of the boys that we went to school with all went to the pub, went to the bar last night, and Swanny and I were among them. Many a story was told. We discussed our conquests and our failures, and many things went down. There was eating, there was drinking, and all in all, we had quite a merry time. So, but this evening it's been pretty quiet. I'm still having a few drinks though, and the plan is for whoever turns up. I'm glad that Luke Hayes, Bad Riders, shout out Adam from Victoria, Luke from Sydney, are in the chat, and we're just gonna ring out the new year here. We're about, as Adam said, I was a couple minutes late, and we're at 11:34 right now, East Coast of Australia. So that's Sydney time. For anyone who may be watching it back and wondering why the hell a New Year's live stream was so early in the morning, I did see a comment from El Stacker earlier saying that it was like 5:30 a.m. or something in Boise that we were doing this live stream. Well, I'm sorry, bro, but that's when New Year's is over here. But in any case, I can see the boys are making some comments. I'm gonna answer some of those. I wonder if anyone's wondering where Swanny is. I certainly am. He's been bailed up for most of the afternoon watching episodes of Seinfeld. If anyone really wants to know. And as always, I'm always wondering if I assume that you guys can see me because I can see comments about my background. I hope you guys can hear me pretty good too. I'm always interested about the audio. If you're paying attention, maybe did Swanee just like sneak past? Maybe he's back there. Anyway, let's see what you guys are talking about. Let's see. Yeah, there was some talk earlier that here he is. What's going on?
Chuck.
The man himself. You saying hi to the boys or what?
Hello, viewers. How are we? Who we got in there? Luke, I can see.
It's Luke and Adam. That's it at the moment. I'm not sure if I'm expecting too many more, if I'm being honest.
How long have we got to go? About half
24 minutes now before New Year's. Yeah, Luke. The bruise is here for sure. Yeah, okay. Adam says the audio is coming through clear. That's good. That's what I want to hear. I even set up 2 microphones, but we probably don't even need the 2 microphones because it's picking up Swanee pretty well. You're sitting right next to me.
Adam, is there a go-kart track in Newey that we can hit up on my proposed trip for the podcast? Actually, there's one.
There's several actually to choose from.
The closest is about 5 minutes from here.
10 minutes.
Yeah, it's just up the road, but I don't know if it's public. I think they
Nah.
just
Oh, you're talking
competitions.
Cameron Park. That's just that's a competition
That's a
track.
competition track. Okay.
But you can hit up. We've got the choice of electric carts at Warners Bay, and Go Karts Go is just your standard cart. So that's at Broadmeadow.
Excellent.
Yeah. So there's definitely there's options there, and both of them are within 20 minutes drive of our house. So we can do that for sure, because we didn't get the chance to hit up the carts on your on the trip that we went down to you last time.
When's this proposed trip?
I know he keeps saying he's coming up here. We need to, and we're going to record a podcast. That's what needs to happen. I need to record the Swanny Brews podcast, and we need the Luke Hayes podcast, and we need the Bad Riders podcast. I've got a few plans. My goal is to do some more DWCP podcasts in 2023. It's one of my resolutions. The boys were talking about Adam's car. El Stacker made a comment earlier that he goes, "It's 5:30 a.m. Here's." Adam wants to know what the time of the annual game of what Chuck and Swanny are drinking tonight. So what Chuck is drinking tonight is a Just Grape vodka and soda. What's Swanny drinking tonight?
Water.
Just water?
I had one beer earlier.
I thought I saw a beer in there. The boys
I don't like what you got going on over there, though.
Yeah, you don't like it.
No.
It's all ready. Wait till midnight comes. I've got a surprise for that. It's not really a surprise, but it will involve those glasses that are just beside you.
Right.
So what do we got here? I'm gonna just roll back down because Adam's got a shit ton of comments. We were talking about his car. So rest in peace, Adam Subaru. Luke made a comment about.
It died, did it?
I don't know what happened to it, but he said creates a dilemma. How the F will I get to the snow now? Might need to talk to my bank. That's a dangerous. It's a dangerous thing. Then he's saying that a ute might be in his future. Luke to that is saying that that's a disgrace because Subaru don't make a ute. So Luke's made a comment. He's noticed the one wheels in the background. I placed them there because I've been doing some upgrades to the wheels lately.
In fact, to two wheels.
Yes. And I'm pretty stoked. Fresh tires and a bunch of new like foot pads and accessories and all kinds of stuff for the one wheels. I'm pretty hyped on. Adam's saying they don't, but they make the EJ 255. I don't know what that car is. I'm assuming it's a car.
I'm going to go eat my spaghetti. That's cooked now, probably. I'll be back.
Righto. You need to come back because I've got shots.
No.
That's going to go well with your spaghetti. Bad Rider says Happy New Year. Luke's talking about go-karts too. We need to go-kart. When you've got all those one wheels, yeah. I ride the single go-kart wheel more than what I do the actual go-karts. Adam's talking about he's claiming a DWCP Cup. That'd be good. I'm claiming that I don't know who would win that, actually. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be me. I don't think I'll be the fastest out there. I reckon Luke could do all right. Mainly because he weighs like half of what the rest of us do. Yeah, we do need to discuss the dates. Just let it. We need to shoot some out. It's probably we're probably going to want to. Oh yeah, I was literally just saying that. We're gonna all be back from the US. Well, at least everyone should be back. Who's going to the US should be back early March. So and then we've got that kind of lull time between March and June where there's no snow. So that'd be a good time. Let me know when you want to come up, and we'll just we'll organize it from there. I can pick up from the airport, get myself some time off work. Luke says need a lot more other podcasts before you get to mine. I don't know about that. I'm gonna just be podcasting everyone that I can get in front of a microphone and a camera. We need more content on that DWCP channel. Swanny on water. Is the sky on fire? It's the end times, says Bad Riders. That makes me laugh so hard. Got to keep an eye on the clock. We got a bit over 15 minutes before. Yeah, it's weird. Like we hit it pretty hard last night. I'm not going to lie, but not like to the point where we were ridiculously out of control. But Swanny's had one beer. I've had a couple of drinks throughout the afternoon, and probably will partake in a few before the end of this live stream. Bad Riders with the breakdown of what happened to the car. On Tuesday, it started to overheat on the way home. 42 degrees. Wow, that's pretty warm. That's the external temperature you're talking about? Surely not. That's really, really warm. Tried to nurse at home. Water pump belt snapped. Car overheated. Blew out the head gasket. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah. Okay. That's no bueno, man. I'm so sorry to hear about it. I know it was already leaking oil, but there's a lot more going on than that. Better Eye says no pies. Come on, Swanny. He's eaten like a spaghetti or a lasagna. It's like a microwave dinner. Doesn't sound like a Subaru engine. With all of the modifications that Adam put on it, it probably was hardly was a Subaru engine anymore. I am doing. I did 60 Ks on Strava once, and according to El Stacker's Strava, he smoked me. He got like 65 or something. He was going. It was going real quick. So El Stacker is the speedy one of us now. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty stoked on that. If that's what the situation is. I'm rearranging my windows so I can see what's going on here. And it looks like I'm looking more at you guys than down to the side. Bad Rider straight in with the speed. He wants to crack 80. I'm not sure I want to go that fast on a snowboard. Just saying. Okay. Luke with a shout out to Donut Media. It's car stuff that you're talking about, the like replacing car engines. I know is sounds like Adam is already across it. Luke. He knows the Donut Boys bought trash engines apparently. And that is a comment from Adam. I don't even know that YouTube channel. Mm. All right, Luke Hayes with a heavy question. That's probably something that's worth addressing for anyone who's watching this after the fact. Thank you for watching this after the fact. It's good to have you guys here. I've got Luke and Adam, the boys from Australia, holding it down. I honestly didn't expect to see too many people here from like the US of A because it's pretty early in the morning over there. Probably towards the end of the stream, I reckon we might see someone like Hans or some of the East Coast people when they're waking up, but on their New Year's Eve. But I'm not expecting to see too many others. To be fair, it might be just us until the chime of midnight. But we're going to hang out for a little bit after midnight. I'm sure that once Swanny has eaten his dinner, he might come out and have a bit more of a chat. So Luke asks, how's your back feeling, and are you starting to get to do some more work? That's a two-part question. Part one, back is starting to feel much better, and I have started to get back to work. Easing into it pretty slowly. I actually went this morning to get an MRI, which I already have the results of, but have no idea how to read them. So I'm going to go see. I've got an appointment to see my doctor in a couple of weeks, but I'm able to sit for longer periods now without being in excruciating pain. So making good progress. So I'm pretty happy. In fact, I'm almost comfortable like sitting now. So it's feeling good. To be honest, me going on the trip is looking more and more likely every day. I was actually just running some numbers just before the live stream, and there's a good chance that I might be going ahead and booking some flights sometime in the next week if I make the call. But it's looking more likely that I'm coming than I'm not, which is pretty heavy news, and I'm pretty excited about it. So it sounds, it may not sound like I'm too excited about it, but I really am. I was literally just looking at flights just before. So I'm hoping to be able to be joining you guys, not exactly at the same time that you guys are going. I'll probably, if I go, it'll be like a week after you guys have already been there. But yeah, I'm hoping to go for sure. So, well, not for sure, but hoping. Stacker hides these talents, says Luke. Then breaks them out when we're not there. Totally. He totally does. He downplays it. He's a very modest guy, our Stacker adventures. Bad Riders. Yeah, they probably had similar nights to you and Swanny. Pre-drinks went way hard. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're talking about the US guys. They probably got on it the night before, and they're just getting into like New Year's Eve now. So, I don't know what that comment's about, Bad Riders. Says, you got one done today. Oh, you're talking about the MRI. No, there's imaging place that's open on a Saturday, and they happen to be open today. So it was the first appointment that I could get, and I was the one that was understoked because we had a pretty big night last night, and my appointment was like at 10:40 a.m. But it was mellow. I'd never had an MRI before, and I'm not going to lie, it was pretty easy, honestly. You just sit there. The thing makes a bunch of noise. I was in and out of there within 10 minutes. Really mellow. Luke says huge C-Dub, Casey Willax vibes coming to you. Hope you get there. I hope so too. Like I said, like I've been getting filled with hope more and more. Like like last week I did about like 10 hours of driving lessons. And the week before that I did like 5 hours of driving lessons, and they were all just like very small ones, like 1 hour sessions, like one a day. And then I did a couple a day, and I'm doing a couple of multi-hour sessions. I've got a bunch more booked for next week. So if that all goes well, then we're looking pretty good. That's interesting. What? Adam says, cheers, Chuck just cracked. Oh, Adam's cracked a blonde. You love to hear it. Another one. Does that mean you had one before? I need to speed up the process. We've only got 7 minutes left. It's almost time for me to go get the champagne. And that's what I was alluding to Swanny about before. We got the glasses over here. Good old wine glasses. And I'm pretty sure I've got a bottle of champagne going on. It's chilling right now. We'll see. I'm going to crack it in a minute. We'll crack it when there's a couple minutes to go. Too deep so far. Good man. Love to hear it. Keep going for it. What are your guys' New Year's resolutions? What do you guys want to achieve? I want to know. It can be to do with your life. Probably snowboarding. I know one of Adam's is to hit 80 kilometers per hour. Another one of Adam's will probably be to get to the mountain more often. Maybe we see Adam on a overseas trip one of these times soon. I hear some of the boys want to go to New Zealand. That would probably be a good first one for you to get like onto the agenda, should I say. We've got Catman Snow in the chat. G'day, Max. Happy New Year's to you. We've got about 5 minutes before it's New Year's here. He's just got home from the mountain and he's joining us. So it's almost 2023 in Australia. Almost. So close. Bad Riders. His New Year's resolutions. Get to Newcastle to make a podcast. Crack 80 on a board. Finish the work on his motorbike. Spend more time with good friends. Those are all very good goals to have. I think mine are definitely to get more videos out, get my master trainers accreditation, or my master trainers attain that level at work, which I'm very close to right now. It's just a training course I need to get done that I've been procrastinating about for ages. It's not going to happen until probably around March or something. But Catman Snow says, "Good day, Chuck." His feet hurt. All right. Well, what Swanny was balking at the other day, or just before, was this little shot glass going on here. And I'm just going to pop this down before it spills everywhere. So what that is out of this, every year Bailey's come out with these weird flavors. And the weird flavor from last year was was this apple pie flavored one. And that's what we've been getting into just on the sly over here. And we've got In Motion SLB. He says, "Yo, bro, you must be up like super early. That's awesome. Good to see you, Yannick. we've got the cameraman, Team SPC here himself. Love to see it. New Year's in 4 minutes. That's correct. It's 3 minutes now. Happy New Year, says Yannick. You're in the UK. I see. So it's actually not a ridiculous time for you. That's good. Must be like halfway through New Year's Eve for you. All right. Yeah, he's got to edit some videos. That's for sure. All right. We've got a couple minutes left. I need to get set up. So what I need is Swanny here to take over the chat, but I don't know where he is. Well, I know where he is. Give me 1 sec. I'll be back. Yo. Yeah, it's Catman Snow says it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Sweden. Where's Narav? Says Bad Riders. So, bottle of bubbly. Why not? We got 2 minutes to go. So we might as well be ringing in the new year. Bit of grocery shopping going on. That makes me laugh so much. That's actually a really good point. Bad Riders. That's actually a very, very good point indeed. He's saying we should be putting the towel down. I got the expensive mics, that's for sure. Bubble it up, Chuck, says Catman Snow. New Year's Eve. Impressive. We need to know what Yannick is shopping for. That's what I want to know. Is he buying supplies for a massive New Year's Eve party? Or is he just like buying like arbitrary groceries, like he's getting the bread and the milk? Oh, is it midnight now? I think it is.
Oh, is it? Oh, here we go.
Happy New Year, Swanny.
Happy New Year, Chuck.
Let's get into it. I'm not going to like blast this everywhere, but we are going to pop it off. Woo! Literally landed right next to you. All right. Happy New Year. I can actually hear like fireworks going off in the background.
Happy time zones, everybody.
Happy time zones. I think the only place that's already New Year's is like New Zealand and like New Guinea and shit. So,
Jesus, that's a big glass, mate.
That's a huge glass. You can enjoy it. I'm not expecting this to be the best. Happy New Year, Swanny.
Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, everybody.
Happy New Year's live stream.
Cheers.
That's actually not awful.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. That's legit. That was a present from one of my students' parents like 2 years ago. I'm finally getting around to, I said I'd open it on a special occasion. So here we are. What have we got in the comments? Catman Man says, "Hugh." So does we've got Yannick in the chat.
Oh, hello, Yannick.
He's back in the UK. Well, the UK. Adam says this is weird. Distance separating us Aussies this time of year. I was on an island in Queensland flying a drone. Oh, this time last year. you're on an island in Queensland. That's crazy. But one of these years, we're going to have to somehow just like get us all together so that we can do this together. Wouldn't that be wild if we had like a live stream, like with like all of these guys that are actually in the chat, like here. You had Adam here, you had Luke here. The boys would just be having some beers. In Motion SLB, Adam is not in a different time zone.
Different state.
Different state. Same time zone as us. So Melbourne and Sydney are in the same time zone. Queensland is it's like 1 hour difference, yet they're in the same like latitude. It's really silly that they do that. Discord, let's get on Chuck's couch. I'm keen to do that like after the live stream, get shut down, make a bit more of a private chat. That way I can see you guys as well. Bad Rider says someone's car caught fire outside. That's pretty heavy. I can hear, like, you guys can't hear it because like I've got a good directional microphone, but there's a bunch of fireworks going off in the background and a heap of people going, woo!
It's been happening all night.
Yeah, people are just cracking off.
After it started getting dark, about 7-ish, it's just been in the background, just hearing fireworks go off.
Luke Hayes is claiming that Adam's the one that's setting fire to cars.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Catman's jumping on Discord. Do you even have Discord, Mr. Max? Maybe you do. I don't know if I've seen you on there before. Oh dear. That's not what I wanted. Why is it so big? Is Swanny on the DWCP server? I'm pretty sure he is.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. I'm pretty sure I got something from Bad Riders just before. Yeah, it's a picture of I've got a picture of Bad Riders with a bunch of beers sitting on his desk, and a picture of me looking at the screen.
Watching a live stream.
Yeah. But yeah, Swanny was added ages ago, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, all on it. Yeah. Get all the notifications.
Yeah. Yeah, so tell us, what are our New Year's resolutions? We've got Adam's. I was just talking about mine. I want to do more podcasts. So I've got the DWCP podcast with El Stacker. So that's up on the DWCP channel. And we were just talking about before that I was thinking that with my back injury that I wasn't going to be making it with the boys to the US, but it's now looking like super likely. Like I'm putting a 90% chance on me booking a flight in the next week. I was actually looking at them earlier, and I can get one that's actually like half the price of what I was thinking.
Nice.
Except it's got some really, really BS layovers, but in any case, I'm pretty sure that when we're over there, I'll be able to knock out a couple. We need to know if Yannick is heading back to the US anytime soon. What's Kevin doing now? Has he got another filmer, or is you guys just put a heap of videos in the bank? Because you guys are just knocking out daily videos. It's crazy. Oh, yeah. He's going straight back there in 10 days. Nice.
Cool.
I wonder what you kind of probably have to go back to the UK like once every couple of months to like get your what's the deal with your... That's probably not a question for this live chat, actually. What's going on with his visa? I'm sure there's a way that he's getting through it. Oh, that's awesome. So Yannick's saying that Kevin's moving to South Lake. That's way closer. Where he was living before was like an hour's drive away from the resorts. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, you're visa hopping.
Yeah, just
Okay.
he's got to go back to the UK for a couple of weeks and then go back.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I was they were in Reno, 45 minutes from North Star. That's not bad. And by the way, I said it on the comment of the video, Yannick, but really good job on the editing of that video. What was it? Was the snowboard turns that had like the there was like he put these motion graphics in of like explosions, and Kevin would do like a skidded turn, and a soccer ball would be. It's like kicking a soccer ball, and the soccer ball would come on the screen. Yannick edited the video; it was hilarious. He tried going to so Emotion SLB tried going to Canada or Mexico to reset the 3 months, but US law doesn't allow Canada or Mexico, so you have to go all the way home. That's rough. Like that's a long way from like London to to America. That's almost like going from Australia.
Yeah, it's a big flight halfway across the globe just to do it.
Takes a whole day. Well, I don't know. How long? What kind of a flight? Is that like 20 hours or something? That's insane. You'd have to do it with some stopovers.
It would go the
You've just got to go outside of. Oh yeah. So you could like go to. I don't know. You could go to like Cuba or the Dominican Republic or something if you wanted to. I don't know why you'd want to go there, but 10 hours from San Fran, that's legit. Yeah, if I was you, I'd rather come home as well. I was actually just don't forget a little put out the fire edits. Yeah, the fire edits are there. It's all SLB. He's the man behind the scenes. Actually, I want to start a new drinking game, and we've got to not right now.
I was going to say I'm really not in the mood for drinking games.
The only drinking game I have for you is to put this down your neck.
Oh God, what's that?
It's apple pie flavored Baileys.
Oh, okay, that's all right.
Yeah, but it's mixing with the beer you had earlier and the champagne.
That's nasty.
It's actually quite nice. Do you want another one?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
I'm going to pour another one in a minute. Perfect time. So what's Luke saying? It was perfect timing. At least you got to go home for Christmas. Yeah, that's awesome. How is Narav doing? We need to see. I saw him pop up in a couple of the videos from New Zealand. Missing both of you boys, actually. It's funny. I've only like met you in person once, but I feel like we're really, really good friends. Just the amount of messages that we've sent recently, and over the last couple of years. But and I appreciate the support on YouTube too. It's really cool that you're just like jumping in. I guess it's the middle of the day for you guys, so that helps. But I can't remember. I was talking about something. I can't remember what it is. It's gone now. Completely gone.
Train of thought, Chuck.
I did I lost my train of thought. What do you think? So tell me, what are you most looking forward to? You're going to be going to the USA soon.
Well, yes. Luke and I are leaving on the 26th of January, which is going to be very exciting. But what was your question again?
It's like, what are you most looking forward to about going to the USA?
Oh, to the USA. Well, of course, meeting Elliot again, and Jose again, and whoever else wants to come along on the adventure. Just really looking forward to it. Going to try and get as many resorts in as possible.
Where are you going first?
We'll call Burgess Basin is probably the first one.
Mm.
And I don't know, from there, wherever we decide to go, probably go to Colorado for a bit, maybe to Utah, in that sort of general area. But who knows? There for 4.5 weeks, so whatever the snow reports are saying, might just decide to go somewhere.
Well, I think the boys are catching up. Firstly, with the El Stacker adventures, and in fact, the plan has always been from the get-go to be there for El Stacker's birthday and do some celebrating with him. And definitely on the list was heading to Colorado because Jose's got a house over at Colorado Springs, and we want to catch up with him because, well, Swanny, you haven't seen Jose in like 2 years, yeah?
No, not since Japan, no.
Like back in 2020. And like I went, last time I went to the US just right at the end of the trip, and I haven't got the videos out from it yet, but I went to Utah and went to Park City, and that place is amazing. I really want to go back there. Hopefully, now, knowing that we're at that Kevin is was in Reno, now in South Lake Tahoe. Like, we're gonna be kind of based out of Idaho in Boise, so it's only like a 7-hour drive. So and there's some we've all got Epic passes, so it'll be there's a couple of Epic mountains over there.
Well, that's sort of like part of the job I'm doing tomorrow, to see what's within the vicinity of where we're going and what the Epic Pass gives us access to. I've also got the Mountain Collective, so where I can get free dates there. I'll need to consider, but it's kind of not going to be a very structured trip. It's just going to be whatever the day brings, really.
You hold this. You're talking to that.
Oh, is that how microphones work? You talk into them?
Dude, you talk is this side, it doesn't pick up the other side. So if you rotate it, it's not gonna.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm saying it. But we've got Yannick with the info. Heavenly, Kirkwood, and North Star are all on Epic. So
excellent.
I knew there was a bunch. And Yannick saying it'd be awesome to have a meetup. I agree. Totally, that needs to happen.
Yes,
I'm trying to get Yannick to convince Kevin, or for even me to convince Kevin. I need to send him a message to try and get like Kevin to like go to a Bogus for like Elliot's birthday. He'd be so wrapped. But we need to like somehow pray to the snow gods that we get like a massive dump, or we just pick up Elliot and take him to Tahoe. That'd be pretty epic as well. But Yannick saying Luke Hayes didn't get to meet Garrett. I've never met Garrett either. I hear really good things. Seems like an awesome dude. But yeah, we're keen for a meetup. We'd be so excited about that.
Luke, I agree. Let's definitely go to Tahoe.
Let's go Lake Tahoe. Like, it's a legendary area, and
how far is that? What you're talking about today? About 7 hours away.
About 7 hours from Elliot's place.
That's not too bad.
It's doable, and if there's enough of us, we can get an Airbnb there and kind of just hang out, check out the resorts. Yeah. So that's kind of the area that we want to hit. Like that mid kind of. It's kind of like the mid northwest ish. What are your New Year's resolutions, Swanny?
Try and snowboard as much as possible, to be honest.
How are you going to do that? Like, what's the plan?
Well, the plan is to do it as much as possible. Depending on how work goes, and how my bank account is looking,
Well,
and other unforeseen things that may pop up. But pretty much, obviously try and get as many days as I can in on this trip. And then when we get back, there'll be a couple months before the Australian season starts. If I can, because I've been meaning to do it for years, never have, but I'm probably going to go to New Zealand.
New Zealand
later
is
on. Well, I can say this year now, as it is now 23 here.
It is 17 minutes past.
So yeah, just try and get as many days as possible. I'd like to at least get a minimum of 30 days on snow throughout the year, which I think is quite easily achievable. But who knows? See how many days I can get.
Awesome, man. I have a similar plan. I want to always snowboard as much as possible. I want to ride my one wheel more, and I've on the back burner kind of every year for the last like couple years. One of my main goals has been to like learn how to surf, and I just never have done it. And it may be another year where it doesn't happen. But having said that, because I'm trying to spend all of my energy just doing trips, so I think now for like the rest of my life that my body is able to do it, my plan's going to be to just snowboard at least like we've got our winter down here in the southern hemisphere. I want to like snowboard as much as I can, and hit around Perisher, and also and also kind of in our summer I want to be hitting winter places, and I guess planning a trip to Japan and that actually goes ahead for 2024. I reckon that's something that's big on my list as well.
Japan has to happen again. It's there's no ifs or buts. It's going to happen. It's going to be 24. That is my call.
The only reason, and I have to stop because a shout out needs to happen to we've got Fatty in the chat, Josh in line, our man.
I was thinking, is that Josh?
It's Fatty,
It is Fatty.
It totally is. I subbed to his YouTube like ages ago.
Oh, okay.
So the notification would have come up. Happy New Year's from Australia to you.
Are you in France at the moment?
I'm assuming he is.
Oh, yeah, back home.
Or he might be back home. You never know. But you can tell us in the chat, dude. Where are you watching from? Where is everyone watching from? Actually, we know the answer to that question for most of the viewers.
So in France. All right.
He's in France. That's
well, happy New Year's, Josh.
Yeah. It's good to see you. Thanks for joining our live chat. We just figured, hey, it's New Year's Eve 2023. Well, that's also on the bucket list. Josh is in line, France. I've actually we've got another DWCP homie that's he actually lives in line as well. But I assume it's a pretty big place, so you probably don't know him. He's saying come to the Alps. I hear the French Alps are amazing.
It's definitely on the bucket list.
Yeah, it's there. I think going back to Japan will be happening first, but definitely. Yeah, our weird Frenchman, Emilian Popov, for sure. He's from Lion as well. Josh in Lion is actually an Australian guy. Probably one of the actual smartest humans that I know. Like he's like does like genetics, and is like doing really crazy stuff, like trying to cure cancer and shit. So shout out to Josh. What a legend. It's funny. That comment was held for review, and Adam already showed it. That's sweet.
Between approximately 12 months from now, Adam. So save your pennies.
We miss you too, Fatty.
Yes, maybe too, Josh.
Maybe he's not so fat now. I reckon we're the fatties, and he's probably just been getting everywhere, like just riding, just cycling. I reckon that's all he's been doing is cycling everywhere. But Bad Rider says, I think I need to put my hand up for Japan. Were you guys thinking of going? I don't know why that message was held for review. Thanks, Adam, for sorting that out. YouTube just like denies the most randomest comments. It's good to have moderators in the chat. Thanks, dude.
You need more than one.
I do have more than one.
Oh, you need more than 3.
Well, Max is in there. Oh, you're that's right. You're not a mod on my channel yet.
No, I'm literally on your live stream, but I'm not allowed to be a moderator.
You live with me, dude. There's, you don't need to be here. You could actually reach forward and push the button yourself.
It's not the same.
If you need to.
Need the blue spanner.
Josh says, nah, mate, I'm still fat. Me too, bud.
Yeah, everyone.
Oh, so good. But going back, Bad Riders is asking where we're thinking of going when we go to Japan. Like there's been a couple of different schools of thought. I know what all of like the YouTube people do is they wait for the storm systems. Like when there's going to be a big dump of snow, they're going to go to wherever that is. And for me, I've got unfinished business with Niseko. I really want to go back to Niseko United, like really a lot. There's what's the place that's near there? Rizutsu, which is on the Epic Pass. I want to go there too. A lot of the boys would like to also visit Myoko, and however that is said.
Myoko.
And Hakuba is on the list as well. But for me, that's kind of my top 3. Back to Niseko, number 1. Number 2 is Myoko. Number 3 will be Hakuba, Hapo 1. Or Hapo Une, how it's actually said.
Yeah, I'm about the same. I definitely want to go to those places again.
I'm glad to see. We miss you too, Josh, by the way. Pennies are being saved. That's good to see. I'd love to see you on an international trip. We need to make that happen. 12 months later, and Swanny's still not a mod.
He won't do it. He would just never make me a mod. I guarantee it.
Well,
yeah. I'm not in the chat because I'm on the live stream, Chuck.
Well, can't make him a mod. Yeah. Well, you are my weather man, Adam. You're the one that's telling me what's going on with the weather. I need to know. But there's going to be, in terms of where we go in Japan, it's probably going to be like my vote will be Niseko next. But if we get word that some of our favorite YouTubers are going somewhere else, then we might go there too. Who knows? We'll see. The big thing that stopped us this year, like literally this year, 2023, the original plan for our trip was to go to Japan for like a week or 2 weeks. Was it?
The original plan was a week, and then fly to the US, but it was too complicated to get the connecting flight. And being that it was all one way, then getting the return flight back to Australia was just not going to work out as well as it was going to. So basically, it was scrapped.
I don't know if it was too complicated. It was going to be too expensive.
Well, yeah, it ultimately came down to money.
And the main factor was numbers, actually, because we wanted to go with a big group and share accommodation. So like the last time we went, we had a house, like we had like a 4 or 5 bedroom place with like 10 people in it. and that made the accommodation like super affordable. And
Plus the car as well. Like the car made it so much easier.
yeah, the place came with like a 4-wheel drive people mover van. And that was super good to get around the resort area. And we just couldn't afford that. It was only going to be 3 of us. In the end, it was going to be the 2 of us and Luke Hayes in the chat were going, and we ended up having to call it because we were like, okay, we can spend like, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars to do this, or we can just bail on this leg of the trip and go see our friend, go to where our friends are, which is the United States. So yeah, that's how that decision came about, if anyone was interested. What do we got? Some comments here. Swanny, you want to run through some comments? How's your did you finish that glass of wine or what?
Yeah, but I am not having any more because I'm pretty tired and I'm probably going to go to bed shortly.
All right. You need to like put this down though. This has got to go down the neck. Here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Big ears. Happy New Year's.
Ugh. He's currently not on camera.
I agree with that sentiment, but I also agree with what Swanny is saying is that his twin brother is actually the pussy twin, which was proven last night actually.
Yes.
Catman Snow says he's having a hard time with his DC code. Okay. What's going on with that? You need to give us more information. Not that I know much about DC gear, but we've got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm on now. Bro, I love you, but I've got no idea what you're talking about.
I think he's talking about Discord.
Ah, I see. Okay, he's on the Discord now. We'll probably do a Discord chat like after this, so we'll probably give this another 5 minutes or so. That'll bring us up the hour. So Bad Riders has got a bunch of yeah, Luke, a bunch of, I'm just going to quickly pump through Bad Riders' comments. He's saying that, where are we? Actually, most of them have already said. Are you using the Hero 8, Chuck? I just got a weird glitch on the camera. I've seen 2 or 3 weird glitches. And yes, I am using the Hero 8 as the camera for the live stream. So this is probably the data flow. I'm also on Wi-Fi, not hardline. So that could be going into it as well. Hit up Huckabee, Niseko, and all the spots in between. Bro, you've got no idea how expensive that trip would become. Honestly, from my experience, the best thing to do on a trip like that is to just go to one place and hit everything in that place as hard as you can. And that's how you're going to get the best value, unless you have a different view, Swanny.
No, I agree. Those resorts, all of them are pretty far apart, except for Niseko and Rizutsu. So, trying to hit all of them on one trip would be quite expensive.
Myoko and Huckabee are on a completely different island.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you can't get there, or you can get there by train and by bus, I guess. But yeah, it wouldn't be efficient that way. Let's hope flights get a bit more stable in 12 months. The flights aren't too bad, but I was having a conversation with a guy who I met on the last US trip, who's like the flights to Japan actually are pretty expensive, like probably 50% more than what they were the last time we went. So yeah, that's a problem. And Adam also says that Chuck needs to get a postie bike for some mad snow drifting. I have a postie bike.
I was going to say you've already achieved 50% of that.
Yeah. Mad snow drifting. Well, actually, I think it'd be capable. Got a fair bit of tread on those tires, though. But yeah, I don't know. I could throw it in the back of the Ute and just whip it around like old Adam Minaby.
Well, you could. You could wait to a nice day where it's snowed overnight.
Yeah.
Might have to watch out for all those roos that are jumping around down there.
The three amigos. Luke Hayes, you are amongst that. You're more so one of the three amigos than what Jose is at this point. Although we're hoping to change that. We actually, you guys haven't met. We need to get Luke to meet Jose.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will in a couple of weeks' time.
I reckon those two guys would get along a little too well. That's what I'm. That's what I'm worried about. But no, that's pretty legit. Chuck's couch is a calling, dude. When you come here, like you're not on the couch. You're gonna have your own room, bro. You'll be in Phil's old room, actually, aka the music studio that hasn't actually been used for that yet. Well, Adam says he has not met Jose, and well, you could that can change. Is all I'm going to say to that. Yeah. Luke's down. And
Jose is a legend there, Yannick. I agree.
Yeah. Yannick, Jose is actually we probably need to just just not pause, but kind of just go like lean into that a little bit more. Like Jose was one of the main reasons. Well, it's probably the main driving force behind all of us, like a group meeting in the first place. He was the one that organized the accommodation for that 2020 trip in Japan. And when we met him, you've never met a more like generous guy. So generous, so polite. Although, mind you, to be fair, our very own Luke Hayes is probably one of the most polite humans on the planet as well. He gets one of those. I've got to give credit where credit's due. But having said that, Jose, he's a man mountain, and he will never admit it. And he keeps telling me to stop saying it. But Jose is an absolute ripper on a snowboard. He's the one that we need to put a Strava on and see how fast that guy's going, because he is absolutely ripping all the time. He's actually snowboarding with Tommy Bennett right now. Well, maybe not right this second because it's probably the middle of the night over in Colorado or very early in the morning. But he's the last couple of days been riding with TB, which is pretty cool. But now Jose is such an absolute legend. I could talk about the ridiculous situations that I've been in with him on so many occasions. Doesn't mind a whiskey either. I'm not going to lie. Really enjoys a whiskey.
He also likes beer. It took me 2 years to post him some, but he got it eventually.
And he eventually drank it too. That's literally, you posted it like 2 months before, and I went to his house. It was still in the fridge unopened.
Yeah, and then the one thing happened that I was worried about, and the beer oxidized. And anyway.
But it happens. It happens. So what do we got? A couple of comments from Bad Riders hasn't met the twins either. Bro. Actually, talking about some nice guys. Although not so nice at the same time. When I first met Yannick and Narav, what happened was I was like, literally they were both standing in front of me, and I didn't want to be that guy to like just guess. I had no idea which was which. I said, "Oh, who's Yannick? Who's Narav?" And they're like, "We're never going to tell you. You have to figure it out." And I'm like, "You fuckers. But then I did some research, and yeah, the only time I can tell them apart is actually when they're snowboarding. Because one of them's goofy, the other one's natural, and that's how I know. And also their gear is a little bit different as well. But yeah, if I see them riding, I can tell the difference between them. If they're both standing in front of me, I've got nothing, absolutely nothing. But two awesome guys, and I'm so stoked to have met them both, and just as stoked that Yannick is in the chat right now. All right, what's Bad Rider saying? Maybe bored, but who knows? Something tells me Yannick would ride circles around me. Those boys can ride, like, they're keeping up. The main thing, probably the key thing I noticed back in 2020 when met the likes of Kev and David. Anyway, I'd just name dropping at this point, but when I met all those YouTube guys, the thing that stood out to me immediately was how fast they all rode. Like a lot faster than what my cruising speed is. And both Yannick and Narav are keeping up with them. So they know how to ride. Luke's Yannick's got some laughing going on in the chat. We got the Deweek Camper podcast in the chat. I'm pretty sure that's Adam just logging in on a different account, but we appreciate it all the same. I'll take all of the views and all of the people watching. Luke Hayes says, "Yeah, I hear you, Adam. I was lucky enough to meet a few people from our community this year, and keen to meet Jose and heaps more. I'm pretty sure on that US trip, man, you're gonna meet quite a few more. There's definitely some characters." Even if we just meet the Boise crew, there's some characters down there. That includes Yannick. So if Yannick's heading back in 10 days, then good chance he's going to be in the States when we are there. So we just have to make that happen, honestly. Anyway, Yannick, I'm going to DM you about that. So we're going to make something happen. So either if you guys don't come to us, we'll come to you. We'll drag El Stacker along. Yeah, Luke Hayes only just missed meeting the boys in Japan, like by it was by like a couple of days or something. Like we all left, and then he came back. And then he got there. Yeah. DWCP in the house, says Yannick in Motion SLB. What a ledge. Bad Riders. If you guys are heading out west, any plans to link up with Justin Vasey? I don't think we're going that far north. Justin's up in Portland, and like he mostly rides Timberline, but that's I don't know if we're going to get it in on that trip, if I'm going to be completely honest. Not if we're already hitting Tahoe, Colorado, Utah, Idaho. There's going to be a lot going on there to begin with already. So
yeah, I think Boise is the furthest north we're going.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
unless we decide to do like a random trip to like Jackson or something. That's only in the next state across too. Jackson Hole was a legit resort too. That's crazy. Just as we're dropping that, in Motion SLB, Vasey in Mammoth or Sierra at Tahoe in February. We're going to be there in February. So that it could happen. That meetup may well happen. That's awesome. Technical Kahoot online live. Loves my yellow cap. I love your name. If you were a real person. The Week Camper podcast. Still think Chuck needs a Mercury. Maybe a Mega Merc. Now there is no doubt whatsoever who is behind that who's logged into that account.
That sounds like a very Adam comment.
That's a bad writer's comment for sure. But if I was at the moment, I do own one Capita spring break powder twin board. So that is in my possession. If I was to buy actually with my own money another Capita board, it probably would be a Mercury. Probably. Almost definitely would be a Mercury. But Swanny's about to tell you the next. I know I can see it in your eyes.
You don't need another snowboard. There's 8 in there that you haven't even rode yet.
There's a bunch of snowboards just in the other room that are still in the plastic. I'm not going to be, I even said to Swanny, mate, I'm not going to be buying any more boards anytime. I have actually 3 of the snowboards I have are the same snowboard.
All right. Well, I'm going to go to bed because I'm pretty tired. So I'm going to love her one and leave him.
So let's run up the chat just in honor of those who are not awake yet. Let's get some potatoes in the chat. Let's just run up some potatoes and we'll see Swanny. I want to see just a whole screen just full of just potatoes in the chat. Come on, let's go, boys and girls. Cameron McElvenna, sit down now. Let's get some potatoes in there. We need some spuds. Some spuds to give Swanny a farewell. I'm not seeing any potatoes. We need some potatoes in the chat. I don't know what's going on here.
There's some French fries.
We got French fries in the chat. Yes, Emotion SLB. We've got the sweet potatoes in there. We've got the hot fries. Let's get some potatoes. Calling it now. Chuck's going to take my Mercury out this season. I will do. As long as it's mounted with regular bindings, I'm sweet. As long as you let me put my my Stratas on there, then I'll ride it. I'm not riding your step-ons. Bad Riders is in with the potatoes. And Yannick says, I'll check with Kevin when I'm with him. Drop me a DM on Insta. I will do so. Thank you very much. Like I said, I'll probably be booking my flight in the next couple of days. Luke Hay says, thanks, mate. Don't want to be a hassle in the house of both yous. No, Luke, you're no hassle. No hassle at all. Otherwise, if you were, you wouldn't have been invited. And there were people that were not invited to this trip. No one that anyone here knows, really. We can mount any bindings you want, Chuck. Yeah. I'm not riding those step-ons. That's all I'm saying. But no, I wouldn't mind riding the Mercury. Emotion SLB, we've got, is that a burrito? There's a whole bunch of burritos in the chat. We got sandwiches.
I'm going to bed now.
Good night. I've got to do damage control on this. And Adam, you are not one of the people that was not invited. In fact, you can totally still go on the trip if you want to. I haven't booked my flight yet. If you got the money, then bro, I'm telling you, you should come with me. If you like layovers. But I'm loving all the food in the chat. It's making me hungry. We got a breadstick and cheese. Actually, that's probably my favorite combination. How dare you, Swanny, says Luke Hayes. I agree. Everyone's saying goodbye to Swanny. Hopefully a bunch of you get to see him soon. Yeah. Bad Riders, you can go get a kebab at any time. You live in like Kebab Central. In any case, we've been running now for about an hour and 15. which is fantastic. I appreciate all of you guys like joining the live stream. I was totally expecting it to be me and maybe like 1 or 2 people for this whole time. I really appreciate Yannick joining the chat. I appreciate Swanny actually for sticking here and talking to you guys for a good portion of time, because he's been spending like most of the afternoon watching Seinfeld in his room. So I'm glad that he joined the boys on this one. Of course, Adam and Luke, you guys are my homies. I really enjoy. I need to spend more time with both of you. I really hope that I get to go on this trip, but it's pretty much a 90% possibility at this stage. In fact, if I don't book flights tomorrow, I'll be very surprised. So hopefully I'll see Luke in about a month. Adam, I'm hoping that we can organize that Newcastle trip. You can come stay with us for as long as you want, bro. But we'll just be in touch on the dates. And who else do we have here? I will shout out Catman Snow, who was in and out of the chat. L Stacker Adventures, who dropped an early comment, but it's going to be pretty early for him. Over there, it's probably going to be like 6 a.m. still in Boise. And Yannick, dude, I really hope we can make that meetup happen. I'll send you a message on Instagram sometime in the next week or two, and we'll see if we can get something going. Well, actually, probably in the next 2 weeks, because by that stage you'll be back over there and back in the US of A. And Captain Man Snow still here. I love it. We've had a consistent like viewership. We've had like 5 people in the chat. We've got 9 likes, and I'm pretty stoked on that. The only thing I really have left to say is I want to say Happy New Year's 2023 from Australia. I want to leave Australia sometime in the next month and go overseas and find some snow, because I am sweating my absolute hole out here. It is so hot in Australia. It's like midnight and it's still got to be like 25 degrees Celsius, if not more, even more stuffy inside the house. So cheers to everyone. Oh, 10 likes, says Catman Snow. We love to hear it. Happy New Year's to everyone. And I guess this is Chuck Van. Be excellent to each other. And we'll see you in another video pretty soon. Ciao for now. Have a good night / day / afternoon. Peace.